They are the secret. The air is thick, electric, charged with something primal. Three figures sit in the dim glow of flickering oil lamps. They are not just students. They're seekers. And in front of them, he sits. Not the Jesus you've been told about. Not the soft-spoken shepherd. This is the real Jesus, the one who speaks in riddles, who dares to say things that could shatter the very foundation of everything they've ever known. He leans in. His voice is low, controlled, like someone who knows he's about to drop a bomb that can't be undone. You think you understand this world? He asks. Silence. No one answers. He smirks. He already knows the answer. This world is a prison. Boom. Just like that, everything they thought was real is on the chopping block. Judas grips the edge of the table. Maria's breath catches. Mesha swallows hard. But Jesus isn't done. You were born into a system designed to keep you blind. The rulers of this world? They are not who you think they are. They do not serve the light. You feel that? That tightening in your chest? That rush of cold realization? This is what happens when truth comes at you like a freight train. And for these three disciples, this is just the beginning. Judas, always the one to push back, breaks the silence. Who controls it, then? If not God, then who? Jesus doesn't flinch. The one who formed this world is not the true Father. He is an imposter, a craftsman, a pretender who made this place out of ignorance, out of arrogance. He believes himself to be God, and so do all who follow him blindly. Let that sink in. The God they had been taught to revere, the one who demands obedience, who rules with fire and law and punishment, that's not the real deal. That's the demiurge, a lesser being playing God. And worse, he's got an entire army. The Archons, rulers of illusion, architects of control. And guess what? You've been living in their construct your entire life. Maria grips the table now. If this world is a lie, then how do we escape? That's when Jesus gives them the real red pill. The way out isn't through obedience. It's not through sacrifices or rituals or empty prayers. It's through knowledge. Not just any knowledge, but gnosis, a deep, inner knowing that burns through the deception like a wildfire. And that's why the world hates him. That's why the priests, the scribes, the rulers, they all want him gone. Because he's not here to reinforce the system. He's here to tear it down. Judas doesn't back down. He never does. His mind is on fire, gears turning at full speed. He leans forward, eyes locked onto Jesus like a man trying to crack the ultimate code. If this world is a lie, he says, voice sharp, then tell me, what holds it together? What keeps the sky from falling? What keeps the ground beneath us solid? If the so-called God of this place is an imposter, then where does his power come from? Right question. Right target. Jesus doesn't hesitate. This world exists because of a single, stolen fragment of the true power. A sliver of divine energy, corrupted and reshaped by the one who forged this place. Pause. Process that. The entire physical reality, the sky, the earth, the laws of physics themselves, they are not natural. They are engineered. And the fuel that runs the machine, it was taken, not created, by the being that people worship as God. And now, the big twist, that power, is inside you. That's it. That's the game changer. Judas' breath catches. Maria's hands clench. Mesha just stares. Jesus isn't talking about some abstract, poetic divine spark. He means it literally. The force keeping this world from collapsing, the very foundation of its existence, isn't some grand cosmic structure, it's the souls trapped inside it. And that means you are the battery. The reason the system functions, the reason the sky doesn't tear open and the ground doesn't dissolve beneath your feet, is because consciousness itself is being harvested. The that belongs to the true realm has been reproposed, locked inside human forms, recycled, drained, and reused over and over again. Judas grips the table. Then why don't we just take it back? If it's ours, if it was stolen, then why can't we reclaim it? Jesus' expression darkens. Because they won't let you. Who's they? You already know. The Archons. The wardens of the system. The enforcers of the illusion. They don't just control society, they control reality itself. They built the walls of this prison, and every time someone tries to escape, they're waiting, ready to pull them back in. And here's the real nightmare fuel. Most people, they never even realize they're prisoners. They wake up, go to work, eat, sleep, repeat. Day after day, year after year, lifetime after lifetime. Because here's the sickest part of it all, this isn't a one-time trap. It's a cycle, a loop, a recycling plant for souls. The system isn't just designed to keep you obedient in one lifetime. It's designed to reset you over and over again, wiping your memory clean every time, feeding you back into the machine, making sure you never remember what was taken from you. Jesus sees the fear in their faces. He doesn't sugarcoat it. If you do not wake up, you will be reborn into this place. Again, and again, and again. Mesha swallows hard. Maria's hands tremble. Judas' jaw clenches. Because this isn't some vague warning. This is a fact. And now they can't know it. And neither can you. Maria grips the table, her knuckles white. She's shaking. Not from fear, she's past that now. This is something else. This is rage. Because if everything Jesus is saying is true, then the world isn't just broken, it's a goddamn trap. And the worst part? The ones trapped inside it have no idea. Her voice cuts through the thick, suffocating air. Then show me. Jesus tilts his head, his expression unreadable. Show me the real world. Not this illusion. Not this prison. If there's something beyond this, I want to see it. Judas exhales sharply. Even Mesha tenses up. Because that's not a small request. That's the kind of thing that gets you erased from existence. Jesus doesn't blink. He just nods. You're ready. And then everything shifts. It's not a vision. It's not a dream. It's something worse. The room around them folds like crumpled paper, like it was never real to begin with. The air itself tears apart, and for the first time, Maria sees. No sky. No stars. Just an endless, swirling abyss of black nothingness. But here's the part that makes her stomach drop. There are things in that void. Shadows moving, slithering, watching. And then she hears them. The voices. Not human. Not even close. They whisper, but the sound is inside her skull, burrowing deep, unraveling every assumption she's ever had about existence. They see you now. Jesus' voice slices through the chaos, grounding her just enough to stop her from falling into full-blown madness. You wanted to see what lies beyond? Here it is. This is what the world truly is when the illusion fades. A feeding ground. A machine built to harvest souls. And now that you've seen it, you can never go back. Maria gasps, clutching at her chest. The air is thick, suffocating, like something is pressing down on her. Judas pulls her back. The room snaps back into place. The wooden walls. The flickering lamps. Everything exactly as it was before. But Maria knows. It wasn't a hallucination. It wasn't a metaphor. It was real. And now? Now she understands. The world isn't just wrong. It's suffocatingly controlled. The people walking the streets, the ones going about their daily lives, they don't see it. They can't see it. because the moment they do, the system reacts. It pulls them back in. It scrubs their mind clean. And if that doesn't work, it eliminates them. Macias finally speaks, his voice barely above a whisper. What are they? Jesus looks at him, expression unreadable. Not gods. Not demons. Just parasites. And that's when it clicks. They don't rule this place out of strength. They rule it out of necessity. They need the system to function because without it, they starve. Maria wipes sweat from her forehead. Then that means we have something they don't. Jesus nods. Yes. And that's why they fear you. And just like that, the whole game shifts. Because now, Maria isn't scared. She's angry. Because for the first time in her life, she sees them for what they really are. And she's ready to burn the whole thing down. Macias breaks the silence.